Have you ever bought a chocolate bar, a coffee pod, or a bottle of water and felt guilty about it? Maybe not, but what if I told you that the company behind all those things has been called both a savior and a villain at the same time? It's a company that feeds billions of people every single day, yet gets boycotted by millions at the same time. We're talking about Nestlé, the giant behind KitKat, Nescafé, Perrier, baby formula and more. A company whose business model is built on global scale and convenience, yet whose controversies reveal the cost of that scale. From baby formula controversies to bottled water wars, from child labor claims to shocking corporate quotes, Nestlé's story isn't just about profit. It's about power, morality, and how far a company can go when it controls what we eat and drink. Stay with us, and by the end, you'll see how trust becomes a brand's biggest asset and its biggest vulnerability. Nestlé is massive. It controls over 2,000 brands in nearly 190 countries. In 2024, its annual sales hit around $102 billion. That is not just big. It's how you build a mega business that touches nearly everyone every day. But scaling globally creates risk, and history shows this clearly. Back in 1970s, Nestlé aggressively marketed baby formula in parts of the world where clean water wasn't assured. This wasn't just ethical misstep. It struck at the heart of their business promise, which is to trust in their products. The result was illness, infant deaths, and a global boycott in 1977. For businesses, that meant reputational damage, which can diminish brand equity, the intangible value that drives premium pricing and market share. Then came the water wars in places like Flint, Michigan, where residents faced toxic tap water. Nestlé paid just $200 a year to pump more than 100,000 gallons of groundwater daily. While people struggled to find clean water, Nestlé sold it back in plastic bottles at a premium. It wasn't illegal, but morally it hit a nerve. And if you thought that was bad, wait till you hear about Perrier. In 2024, Nestlé had to destroy millions of bottles of Perrier after bacterial contamination was discovered. By 2025, a French Senate inquiry revealed that several natural mineral water brands under Nestlé were being secretly treated and relabeled. But Nestlé's controversies didn't stop at water. Let's talk about its chocolate. In 2001, Nestlé pledged to end child labor in its cocoa supply chain. 2 decades later, the reality is darker. And not just because cocoa mostly comes from Africa, but reports still show children as young as 10 working on cocoa farms that supply global chocolate giants. In 2021, Nestlé was sued for funding forced labor. The case was dismissed, but the moral stain remained. Even Nestlé admitted it can't guarantee that all its chocolate is child labor free. Just to be on a fair side, Nestlé launched audits, community programs, and ethical sourcing projects. They claim these issues are bigger than one company. They are global problems tied to poverty and broken systems. Maybe that's true, but critics argue Nestlé's efforts often sound like PR damage control. Still, despite everything, Nestlé thrives. Its coffee still wakes us up. Its chocolate still confronts us. Its pet food still feeds our furry friends. Because undoubtedly, Nestlé is everywhere, and convenience beats conscience. In 2025, the company's profits kept climbing. They faced lawsuits, bans, and global outrage, and yet, every time, sales bounce back. That's the paradox of Nestlé. A company trusted by billions and despised by millions. For Nestlé and companies like it, business strategy must adapt. More transparently, better local governance, stronger supply chains, and maybe shifting growth towards sustainable categories and digital direct-to-customer models. So the question, do we stop buying Nestlé products completely? Do we switch to smaller brands that promise better ethics? Or do we accept the trade-off, the convenience, the comfort, knowing the cost behind it? Well, there's no simple answer. Because trust is the world's most valuable business asset. When a company says we're the biggest, that gives scale, power, profit. But it also means your mistakes becomes everyone's business. And when ethics, reputation and supply chain integrity matters more than ever, you're either building resilience or inviting risk. If you found this story eye-opening and if you're building a startup that fixes big problems, reach out to Exit Fund. We fund founders who do right and scale fast. Hit like, share and subscribe.